The crowd that night filled a magnificent building in downtown Beijing. The most prestigious annual awards show has finally arrived. Stars in their best outfits walked the red carpet, to the cheers of fans and flashes of cameras. However, there is one moment that makes the air seem to stop spinning. As the door of the luxurious black car opened, Zhang Linghe stepped out with a strapping posture and a smile full of charisma. Everyone was screaming his name. But just a few seconds after that, shouts grew louder as Zhao Jinmai's figure descended from the other side of the car, graceful in a glittering white dress, like a princess descending from the sky. What was surprising was not only the presence of the two, but how Zhang Linghe treated Zhao Jinmai. He lowered his head slightly, grabbed Zhao Jinmai's hand gently, and guided him to walk. It was a sight that made the hearts of the fans simultaneously beat faster. In front of the public, Zhang Linghe truly treated Zhao Jinmai not just as a colleague, but like a queen who should not be touched carelessly. Electrifying gaze. When stepping on the red carpet, Zhang Linghe didn't just walk beside Zhao Jinmai. He made sure that his steps were in tune with the steps of the young actress. Every time Zhao Jinmai's long skirt was dragged by the wind, she deftly held back from being stepped on. The reporter's eyes focused on them. The camera captured how Linghe looked at Jinmai in a different way, not just a colleague's gaze, but a respectful one, as if before him stood someone worthy of honor. "He's like guarding the Empress," whispered an event MC to a colleague next door. And the comment quietly became an unwritten narrative of the evening. Delicate whisper in the crowd. In the middle of the interview, the hosts are busy asking questions. Zhang Linghe replied in a friendly manner, yet occasionally his eyes glanced towards Zhao Jinmai to make sure the girl was comfortable. When the microphone was pointed at Jinmai, he seemed a little nervous about the number of cameras. At that moment, Zhang Linghe leaned over slightly and whispered quietly, "You can. Just relax, I'm right here." That brief remark made Zhao Jinmai's face blush, but it also made him smile. The camera captured the smile, and the audience watching the live broadcast felt that something was different. There was warmth behind their interaction. Like a king who made sure his queen always felt safe, Zhang Linghe played his part naturally. The stage that became the palace. The event continued with the presentation of awards. When Zhao Jinmai's name was announced as the winner of the Most Shining Young Actress category, cheers echoed. The girl stood up, her face surprised and her eyes glazed. But what left everyone speechless was when Zhang Linghe, without hesitation, got up first, reached out, and escorted Jinmai to the stage. He removed the hair that covered his face, then lowered his head slightly as if to make way for a queen about to enter his throne. Jinmai's every step onto the stage was guided by Linghe's sturdy hands. Even when Jinmai was already on stage, Zhang Linghe stood on the side of the stage, not sitting down immediately, as if wanting to ensure that his queen received the crown safely. The scene moved the audience. Public cheers. Flowers in bloom. As Zhao Jinmai made a speech with a trembling voice, Zhang Linghe remained staring at him. Every word that came out of Jinmai's lips seemed to be something he kept in his heart. And when Jinmai was close to crying, Zhang Linghe reflexively clapped his hands the loudest, encouraging. The fans began to fill social media with splashy comments. "Zhang Linghe is treating Jinmai like a queen tonight. Look at the way he keeps his head down, the way he guards. It's more than just ordinary attention. If this is not love, then what is?" Even some media wrote dramatic headlines. "Real chemistry. Zhang Linghe treated Zhao Jinmai like an empress at the awards night." Behind the scenes, real loyalty. After the main event, backstage cameras captured no less warm moments. As Jinmai attempted to remove the high heels that had tired him, Zhang Linghe lowered his head, helping out without being asked. "Linghe ji, there's no need," Jinmai said with a flushed face. "A knight's duty is to protect his queen," Linghe replied half jokingly, half seriously. The moment went viral in minutes. The video was flooded with comments from fans who are increasingly convinced that there is something more in their relationship. The public watched. The heart spoke. In the days that followed, snippets of videos and photos of their interactions filled the social media homepage. Fans compared Zhang Linghe to fairy tale princes. They say that the way he treats Jinmai is not contrived. Zhao Jinmai, who was initially embarrassed, couldn't hide his happy hue. Whenever asked about Linghe, he simply smiled and said, "He's always been kind to everyone." But the public is not easy to believe. They see something more personal, more sincere. Silent night, secrets of the heart. After the big event, Zhang Linghe sat alone on the hotel balcony. He looked up at the night sky holding his phone. A photo of Zhao Jinmai with a trophy in his hand was plastered on the screen. She smiled slightly, muttering softly, "You deserve to be treated like a queen. Not just in public, but in my life." The words he never said in front of many people, but felt so real in his heart. The media doesn't stop talking about them. Article after article popping up. A short video about Linghe and Jinmai moments went viral on the entertainment platform. Even in a separate interview, the MC teased Jinmai with questions. How does it feel to be treated like a queen by Zhang Linghe? Jinmai was silent, his face reddened, then chuckled. The answer is short, but enough to make the public more confident. Not everyone can treat others so sincerely. That night, after all the media fuss, the two met again at a small event. No red carpet, no excessive lighting. Only Linghe and Jinmai sat facing each other, chuckling as they shared warm tea. For the public, Zhang Linghe had already crowned Zhao Jinmai as queen on the big stage. But to Linghe himself, the respect was even deeper. He not only treated her like a queen in front of the world, but also kept her as the most precious figure in his heart. And that's the beginning of a story that can no longer be hidden from the eyes of the world. The story flows as a dramatic narrative full of emotion about how Zhang Linghe treated Zhao Jinmai like a queen in front of the public. Not just a co-worker, not just an actress and an actor, but two hearts that slowly bonded in the spotlight.